I've been thinking that I am going to make a full confession on what I have used on my face and my hair all these years. And I think you'll be surprised. Right now, I have nothing on my face except my Vaseline oil this morning that I put on after I washed my hair. And then I've put a little bit of castor oil on. No foundation, no cover up, no makeup, a little lipstick, and the eyes are done. And we're going to talk about the face and makeup and the removal of makeup. Okay, here goes the confession. Most of my life, I was not even aware of all the beauty products that women would put on their face. I had such dry skin that all I cared about was being comfortable on my whole body and especially on my face. When I was a little girl, my mother used to bathe me in cod liver oil, and I used to take castor oil and various other things internally. And at a very early age, she started putting creams on my face just to moisturize it and make it soft for me, because I used to say my face feels so tight, or my skin. I used to get the cracks in the knuckles back east, and so I just used mostly things like Vaseline. At one point, someone recommended that Jergens lotion, but that didn't do anything. It didn't sink in. It was too topical. But I relied on Vaseline. I used Pond's cream, not as a cleanser because I didn't wear makeup. But believe it or not, even on my wedding day, I put Vaseline on my eyelashes. I didn't even put mascara on my eyelashes. In those days, you had that little wooden case and a little brush, and you used to have to wet it and take the brush and do it. So it didn't, I don't think it did much anyway, but the Vaseline made my eyelashes nice and clumpy and a bit shiny. I did use a curl thing in those days, I think. No makeup on the wedding day, lipstick and the Vaseline to make my eyes pop because they're very pale and they didn't look good. I used to pinch my cheeks. And if I thought I needed a little blush, I would put lipstick on my cheeks. So that's confession number one, all the way up through college. And quite frankly, for many years afterward. I don't think I tried every once in a while to put makeup on my face. As you can see, my hair is quite curly. When I scrunch all over my head, it comes out very, very curly, and I let it dry naturally. And I put it up on top of my head, basically because I am going to apply makeup. Now, when I do my bob look, which it's short enough for a bob, I do brush it and put it in some curlers. No hot rollers, just plain, I don't know what you call those big things. And I put it in for maybe an hour or two and then take it out. And that's the other look. I don't dye it. This is my natural color. Somehow it looks like it has a blonde tint or very pale yellow tint in this particular light, which is natural light. There's a window right in front of me. But a lot of times when I'm outside in the sun, it's pure white. So my hair is strange. Now, I have noticed, which is really strange, that some of the, I'm going to call them little bald spots or areas where the hairs are not too dense, that has started to come, I say, in the past 5, maybe to 10 years. And I'm noticing lately that these spots are covering up with hair, and my hair is getting a little fuller. Now, I think that might be due to the fact that I don't use heat anymore in my hair. And of course, I don't dye it. I stopped dyeing my hair, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. But intermittently, I would let it go for sometimes 6 months and then say, oh, no, I'm going to go back. So I went back and forth for a lot of years. I used to do my own hair. I've never had it professionally colored. I used to use that Nice and Easy or the L'Oreal products, and I would do it maybe every couple of months. I'm not someone who does go to beauty salons to have all this done. I also cut my own hair, do my own nails, and just don't like facials or any other things to be done on my body. I did try putting powder on my face, but my face would flake up and I hated that look. So that's my confession. For years and years and years, I didn't put makeup or any product other than my Nivea, which I know you all know about. And I started this in my late 30s. Nivea cream in the blue jar, preferably the one that's made in Germany. You can get it in the drugstore. I know it's greasy. However, all my daughters, one daughter says sometimes it makes her break out, but all the rest of the daughters have been using this since they were teenagers, and sister-in-laws and everybody else. So Nivea has been my godsend, and I would say maybe other than some other oils that I've tried in the past 2 years, which make me feel good, but Nivea does the trick. I do apply black oil, Jamaican black oil, castor oil to my face right before I put makeup on. I'm not one to put makeup on unless I have some of my castor oil on it, because otherwise it would get flaky and I need the oil. So, confession number 2. Number 1 was the hair. Number 2, no products all these years. By the way, if you have found products and you love those products, by all means use them, especially if you think that they're helping you. We all have different types of skin, and whatever works for you. I seem to be able to get by without products. Just my greasy Niveas, once in a while, some oils, and these pads that remove my makeup. So now, since I've started YouTube about 2 years ago, I was fascinated with all the beauty community women who would show products, not only makeup, all the different kinds of makeup, but all the products that would do things for your skin. And you know what they are: the hyaluronic acid, the collagen, the this, the that. And I fell for a lot of them, the almond oil and various other things. As a matter of fact, that's how I found my castor oil. And in the end, I don't think, and I know maybe I don't have that much time left to give it a year or 6 months or whatever to see how it does. I want to look good now. And I know that my greasy Nivea does the job, and my castor oil. The other oils and serums are nice to put on, but I don't think they've done anything for my face. Confession number 3. I have never, ever had anything done to my face. No Botox, no fillers, no facelifts, no laser abrasions. I don't think I ever even had a facial. Maybe once when one of the girls was getting married and we all went to the beauty salon. Just a facial. But I just never, you know what? I never worried about it. I had 6 kids, trying to bring them up and various other things, and a wonderful full life. And it wasn't something that I concerned myself with. I had other things I enjoyed doing. I had a lot of other hobbies, a lot of other jobs that I was doing. Of course, we did a lot of traveling, but the face was never something that I was overly concerned with. Slap on the Nivea, put a little blush on, get the eyes made up. That was a big thing. And I had nice full head of hair then, didn't have to worry about that. Wash it, dry it, put some curlers in, and I was ready to go. Okay, confession number 4. I was a sun worshiper for years. Most said he just got lost with the confession count, but at any rate, we won't count anymore. I know. From the time I guess I was a little girl, we didn't know anything about sun protection then. I used to get sunburns because I'm fair. And even in high school and college, I'd be in the backyard as soon as the spring would come with the baby oil and the iodine and trying to get all tan because that's how we looked. Also because my dry skin was so much better and I had nice smooth skin on my legs and my arms when the sun got it. Must have been the vitamin D. But otherwise my winter skin was all scaly and I did look better. So I was a sun worshiper. And even after we were married on vacations and whatever, I guess maybe a little bit I tried here and there, but as a result, I do have sunspots, and they didn't really appear until about 2 years ago. I am 84 and a half right now. So as I turn sideways, you do see, this is why I wear makeup now, because I do have the sunspots on the side. Now, for some reason or other, it didn't give me wrinkles. I do have the few little wrinkles here and there. My 11s are pretty good, but the sun damage did make it so that now I do wear not a foundation. I did wear a foundation in the beginning when I was learning about a year ago, and my husband didn't like the look. It was too thick. I really have not mastered the art of makeup yet, but I'm trying. I do use the cover up to brighten my face under the eyes, and the concealer, we call it. And I do love my shine. I love a shiny face. Always trying to get that J-Lo look. But I do put the concealer on my cheeks and various other places to brighten, but definitely the cheeks to hide the dark spots from the sun. Now, I must admit that I do enjoy wearing makeup. And I do think, and I'm going to confess, that I think that makeup makes a world of difference to a mature woman as we age, to help us to look better as we age. And probably even younger, if you want to say that. So, a few other of my confessions. I've been using them for months now, and I love it. No product to remove my makeup. And those are these little pads. I don't know whether you're familiar with them. You use water only microfibers in here, no product. I'm confessing I do not wear makeup every day. I'm out in the garden or we're out and about, and I don't love putting makeup on. I don't enjoy the art of makeup, but I do believe in it, and if you want to look great, wear it. So far as clothes, I'm a clothes addict, but I don't like to wear clothes that I've paid a lot of money for. My mother taught me how to sew when I was a little girl. I was sewing my own clothes by the time I was 7 or 8. And as a result, I would copy looks that I saw as I grew up. And I used to love watching the fall shows of all the designers. And if I liked something, I'd go out and try and find a fabric and make it. I am a saver. I am a maximalist through and through. And I don't see myself purging too much in the next few years. And my daughters have said they'll take care of everything anyway. I love jewelry, all kinds of jewelry. I love the jewelry that my Moosey has given me. I love jewelry from the thrift shop. I love all kinds of clothes. I know you love my jeans jacket, and I try and wear what I think looks good on me. I'm not a skinny mini, but I try and disguise the little bits of me that I have and love all kinds of things. So here's another confession. 2 years ago when I started watching YouTubers, I did buy a lot of different products. Just like anyone else, you hear that it does this wonderful thing. I loved being part of the community, and I do have my collection of things, which I'm probably going to give to some of the kids. It hasn't built up too much, but enough for me that I know I'm not using them. So that's my other confession. Now we're done. So after I put my castor oil on, I start with the e.l.f. primer. That's all I put on. I do not put foundation on, and this just gives it, I think, maybe a little glow to your skin afterward. I'll put it up here, and that's it. I do like to blot under the chin. I still haven't figured out how to keep it off here. I know these setting mists help, and I haven't used those yet. And then, this is where the concealer comes in. Now, I did tell you that I use the e.l.f. concealer, the camo concealer. I think I'm going to have to start getting a little bit of a darker one, mainly because my color in being out in the garden is starting to darken a little bit, and I don't want to appear too white. I do love a shine, and I do have a shine stick. So to avoid the repetition, I know you've seen me do this so many times, but I'll try and rush through it real quickly. I think the concealer part is the most important, so I will do that with you now. I do put a little under the eyes, in the corners, and just a dot there because I do take it up. Now here's where I do go a little overboard because of my sunspots on the cheeks. I do put them on the cheeks, and it does hide all of that, really. And up here for a little brightness, and here, and down the marionette lines, a little bit. Those I blot afterward because it seems to maybe get in those lines, which you don't want. So now I use my fingers. I know I have to learn to use the brush, but I will. Sooner or later, I will. Keep saying that. So this gets a little wet. I will wind up blotting that. And the cheeks, as you can see, I'm getting it a little closer to show you how it does blend in. See, it takes care of all those dark spots. This is where I think makeup with a mature woman really makes a difference. Okay, so I think that might be it. Sometimes I will blot if I think it's too much under the eyes or above the eyes. I think that's good. Now you can see it covers all those dark spots on both sides. Now I am going to have to look for a new concealer. This little one that I paid $3 or $4 for with e.l.f. has already gotten down to the point, and I scratch my cheeks with it. But that's what I use. I don't use a bronzer right now. Maybe I will start using it. But they say to start at the top of your ear, go down, which I do, in a line under the cheekbone, and I use this as my bronzer, my contouring. Start up at the top of the ear, come down under the cheekbones, and it sort of accentuates your cheekbones and gives you a little bit of a hollow look there, which can help. So, blend. My daughters are always reminding me to blend up into the ear. And you do get that little bit. Now, if it's still on my fingers, I like to put a little bit here. I don't. This is a blush, which I use as a contour, and a little bit here is good. Usually put a little bit up here. I don't think I need it right now. So, okay. Then I take my little Wonder Stick, which is a brightener, and I can't remember the name of this one, but I do love it. Infallible, it's called. And I put it on the cheekbones, going up, a little bit up here in the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, and on my chin. And hopefully that gives it a shine, which I think makes your face look more alive, make it look healthy, and a little younger. We're not supposed to say that. We're supposed to say better as we get older. Better older. So that's it. Probably could use more blush. I like it a little darker, but I don't want to hurt my cheeks. I've got to find another one. I do love this e.l.f. color, but it disappears too quickly. I can't believe it. So I'm going to put a little bit more here. Yeah, it should be a little bit more, accentuate the hollow of the cheeks. That's it. I've already done the eyes. Normally I would put a little bit more mascara on, but I think that's it for now. Oh, usually I wear a darker lipstick too. I have always loved my dark lipsticks. Now this is my Palladio lipstick, and it's called Velvet Wine. Palladio, love it. It's not expensive. It's probably $5 or $6, if that. And you can get this on Amazon. I do love a dark lipstick. It's that one that has a bluish tint. It's violet. And this is called Velvet Wine. I've never really worn light ones. Oh, maybe back in the 70s, the mod look, I did wear a iridescent peachy or pink or something, but not now. Now, to get a little bit of a shine, I do take an old little rosy pearl rose color, if you can see that, and I do go over it. Mainly to just give it a shine. And that's it. As most of you know, Moose and I live in this tiny little adobe cottage on our youngest daughter's property in the hills, and we love it. It's so cute. We have a cute little garden, and we've been here since we retired almost, I guess it's about 18 years ago. When I said this is going to be a confessional type of a video, he said, wow, I'm up for that one. I don't know what he was expecting. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. It's a little bit of a different video. I read all of your comments. I know that I don't always answer them that day, sometimes into the next day in the evening, but it does take a lot of time, but I read every single one and try and comment on what you're saying. I appreciate it so much. So until we meet again, I want to thank you for your thumbs up. I want to thank you for subscribing, and those of you who haven't yet, please think about it. Goodbye for now. God bless us all.